Good evening, everybody. Respected Shri Arjun Ram Meghwal sir, our beloved minister as well as the chief guest for the valedictory session. Respected CMA Vijender Sharma ji, our president of the institute. CMA H. Padmanabhan sir, chairman of the global convention. CMA Kaushik Banerjee sir, secretary of the institute. My seniors and dear colleagues. We had thought-provoking discussions on the emerging topic of ESG for the last 2 days. India as a country is in the takeoff phase and only upwards is the way. But as a nation, we have to be responsible for what we leave behind. Our beloved PM Shri Narendra Modi ji has demonstrated this commitment to the world not only by his vision but by his actions and decisions. The presidency of G20 has made it possible for us as a nation to contribute in shaping future of the entire planet and focusing on sustainable development. Sir, our institute, which leads the profession of cost and management accountancy globally, has taken this bold step to bring best of minds in India together on one platform to discuss about how this objective can be achieved and how the CMAs can lead the way in sustainable development. Sir, our inaugural session, we had fortune to have Lieutenant General Samir Gupta ji and Shri Atul Sopti ji as guest of honors. We were very lucky to have a special message from you in the inaugural session, sir. The inaugural session set the tone of the deliberations, in which our president also explained the various initiatives ICMA has taken in the area of ESG, particularly on social front and specifically in the agricultural costing field, which will ultimately contribute to the environment. The plenary session, we had stalwarts coming us and deliberating and giving their thoughts on how ESG can be actually practiced, keeping in mind the need to create value for all the stakeholders. The deliberations highlighted need for a top-down approach in ESG implementation and need to measure the impact of performance in the field of ESG, as what can't be seen, can't be measured, can't be controlled. So that was the theme of the first technical session. The technical session 1 was on governance of energy transformation through sustainable sources. So we saw great thinkers coming here and deliberating with us. They expressed that the ESG has to be considered as a 360-degree approach and focus. It shall cover not only the business value addition, but our personal and social value creation right up to the level of work-life balance and quality of life. It was expressed that there is a huge need to create tools for measuring and reporting ESG, and ICMAI has to partner with government as well as industry to make it happen. The next technical session, we saw experts come and deliberate on green mobility, which is the push that we are making. So there was a great discussion on various schemes, very successful schemes, I must say, of Government of India, like FAME, NEMPP, which are driven to achieve the objective of green mobility. So it was discussed that what can be the role of CMAs in making it cost effective and efficient, so that more and more people can avail these schemes and it can be a sustainable kind of a e-mobility platform that gets developed in India as well as globally. The third technical session, we mainly discussed on developments in sustainable reporting standards. The speakers highlighted the drive towards creation of a comprehensive corporate reporting regime based on reporting structure and set of common standards. They also express that the companies face reputational damage and financial loss nowadays if they don't abide by the ESG management techniques. That was a good takeaway. A threat that also is now perceived is that of AI, and it was expressed that dedicated efforts are to be made in mitigating these threats vis-a-vis the ESG challenges as well. Green finance was also discussed at length, and we deliberated on how still there is a gap between the finance that is required to be pumped in the ESG domain and how the efforts can be made to structure this finance and how the professionals will be able to help in arranging controlling, and maybe reporting the effectiveness of green finance. Ultimately, sir, we had our speakers coming in and expressing on the real life experiences, the comparisons of international practices in ESG with the Indian practices, and where our companies need to benchmark themselves so that they can be partners, equal partners in ESG as far as the global scenario is concerned. Sir, ultimately, what I would like to say is I have tried to capture the essence of what we deliberated in the last 2 days, but we have a lot more takeaways from these deliberations. Each one of the participant here is a champion in his own sense, and with these deliberations, he is now sensitized on the matters and importance of ESG. We, sir, CMAs as a community have shown and showcased our commitment to this cause, and ICMAI as an institute will stay committed to partner with the government, industry, NGOs to make positive impact on the world so that when we leave better place back for the next generation to come. Sir, in the end, I understand that everyone has to realize that if we contain our demands and think about ESG in our day-to-day life, then and only then we can realize our dream of a healthier Mother Earth and a sustained future for the generations to come. With this, I thank you all for a patient listening for the last 2 days, and we are very eager to hear to your thoughts, sir, on this topic, and also a general guidance to our members, the direction which they should progress. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for summarizing the entire event such in a nice manner and very short and crisp, because our Mantri ji's time is very important.